So you've decided you want to master the art of freestyle rapping, but you want to get good enough that you don't embarrass yourself the first time you go off the top in front of a crowd. Well, as someone who's rapped professionally for over 10 years, traveled the world for music, and most importantly, coached aspiring rappers like yourself for over a decade, I can tell you improving your rap skills from home is not only entirely possible, it's a good idea. But you need to make sure you're taking the right steps to master freestyling from home, or else you're setting yourself up to get clowned. So in today's episode of How to Rap, we'll explore 5 simple steps to enhance your freestyling abilities. Whether you're a beginner or looking to refine your craft, these freestyle tips will help you build confidence, expand your vocabulary, and flow more smoothly, all from the comfort of your home, as we describe how to improve your rap freestyles from home in 5 simple steps. Now, before we begin, if you want to learn how to master the art of freestyle rap in 2 weeks or less with daily drills, beats provided for you for free to practice on, and much more, be sure to click the first link in the video description to get instant discounted access to our best-selling freestyle course, How to Master the Art of Freestyle Rap in 2 weeks or less. With that said, let's get into the lesson with step number 1 on how to freestyle rap from home. Decide your practice spaces. When you're just starting out on your freestyle journey, picking the right spots to practice is key. You need places where you can focus and not worry about interruptions. This is because if you're just getting back into the habit of doing something that requires a lot of attention and few distractions, such as freestyling, or you're brand new, you need to be sure you're not getting your mind pulled 10 different ways by having to think about if you're being judged. Or if you mess up, you want to be able to quickly bounce back mid-freestyle and restart without any embarrassment. With that said, when I first started, I had 2 simple, easy-to-use spots in the comfort of my home that I used every time to improve my freestyles until I was good enough to perform in public. Now, the shower, is your first go-to spot. Why? Because it's private and you don't have to worry about how you look or sound. It's just you and the flow. Additionally, of course, it's a comfortable environment so you can connect freestyling, this brand new awkward thing, with something comfortable. There's a reason why people love singing in the shower. You get the idea. Now, when practicing, you can set super small goals to keep it manageable, like freestyling for 1 to 2 or 3 minutes, even every day or every other day, because how long are you in the shower for real? This routine helps you build confidence and get comfortable with your voice and rhythm. Now, the second spot to go to is the bedroom. Your bedroom is another prime spot for practice. It's your personal space, so you can really let loose without worrying about anyone else. And just like in the shower, it also helps you practice with a little more freedom. You can move around, use a mirror to watch yourself, or even record your sessions to track your progress. On that point, another good reason to practice freestyling in your bedroom is if you eventually turn it into a home studio, or already have, you're already primed and ready and think of this as a good place to rap, and it'll make things easier. In fact, most bedrooms are already around the size of a larger studio booth or just a smaller studio in general, so mentally you can have something like an anchor to connect it to. So the comfort of your own home helps you relax and focus solely on improving your skills. All right, so with step 1, you know now where you're going to practice your freestyles consistently. But the next question, of course, is what are you going to freestyle about? You'll get your answer in step number 2, the story of the day. All right, let's dive into the next step. So before anything else, you gotta nail the art of telling the story of your day in freestyle form. This is first and foremost because most freestyles or off-the-top sessions in front of a crowd get the best reactions when you tell a story about the people listening directly, or something they know happened a few minutes ago or is happening now as you're freestyling. This is different than written raps where you can kind of rap about anything, and as long as it's good, it'll kind of transport the listener to where you want them to go. Freestyling off the top is different than that because you can't really transport the listener with headphones or a speaker or whatever, so your best hack to get instant fans with a freestyle is rap about them or tell a story they know is real to life and just happened or is happening at that moment. It's also good to practice freestyling stories off the top because it's something you can practice in just a few minutes or stretch out for hours if you want. You can freestyle stories that take 30 seconds or freestyle stories that take 30 minutes, and you can track your progress. Like, damn, a month ago I could only tell a story for a minute, and now I can freestyle about one story for 5 minutes. It's perfect for any level, whether you're fresh and just freestyling in the shower for the first time or more experienced and looking for a challenge. So pick a moment from your day, like a class at school or a moment at work, and turn it into your story of the day. Also, you can practice having go-to story topics ready. I mean, these could be our least favorite teacher, our terrible boss, our neighborhood, whatever. That doesn't mean to write any raps about them like pre-write, but just know when it's time to freestyle, you'll try to tell a story about that topic. By preparing these topics, you always have something to freestyle about, which helps when you're put on the spot. So practice turning your daily experiences into freestyle stories. Keep it short and sweet or dive deep, it's up to you. But the key is consistency. But if you want to turn your freestyle skills even further than just telling the story, you make the story catchy and memorable by following step number 3 on how to freestyle from home. Practice making freestyle choruses. When you're deep in your freestyle sessions, start working on creating catchy choruses after about 16 to 20 bars. This trick will boost the catchiness and engagement of your freestyles, making them feel like full-fledged songs. Juice WRLD, one of the greatest freestylers of all time, often added freestyle choruses between his verses. This not only made his off-the-top moments feel authentically spontaneous, but also served as the foundation for some of his studio tracks later on. You want your listeners to vibe with your flow, and a solid chorus can make that happen. By regularly practicing choruses, you're not just making your freestyles tighter, you're also building a crucial skill for songwriting. Additionally, when you make a freestyle chorus, all you have to do is repeat whatever simple thing you came up with for as the hook, and that allows you some breathing room to think of the next topic or what flow you're gonna switch to. You see, when you're freestyling only a story, as we talked about, or a verse, then eventually with time, your mind might get tired. But if you add a quick, repeatable chorus in between the off-top verses in the middle, it gives you 20 to 30 seconds to think of the next flow or rhyme scheme to flip to, so that's a hidden trick to make your life easier. Therefore, next time you're freestyling, challenge yourself to drop a chorus in the mix. It might feel tricky at first, but stick with it. The more you practice, the more natural it'll become. Soon, you'll find that your freestyles aren't just impressive, but they're unforgettable. But even if you tell great stories and have great freestyle hooks, you want to make sure you master one of the biggest fears present in freestyle rappers, avoiding filler words, which is described in step number 4 on how to freestyle from home. Watch for filler words. All right, so as you freestyle, pay close attention to those filler words or phrases you tend to lean on when you're not sure, like you know, you like, or I'm saying, whatever it is. Everyone has them, but identifying these fillers is the first step to cutting them down. Now, I would first suggest practice not saying anything instead of filling the space with words. In other words, no pun intended, when you feel a filler word coming on, take a breath instead. This literal pause actually sounds more natural, and to the audience, it seems like you're just switching up the flow or taking a slick cadence move or whatever. It's a subtle trick, but it can make a huge difference in how polished and professional your freestyles sound. Next, practice listening to recordings of your freestyles and pick out those repeat offending filler words. Play back your sessions and make a note of the filler words and phrases that keep popping up. By doing this, you'll become more aware of your habits and start working on replacing those filler words with pauses or just smooth transitions. And over time, you'll find that your delivery becomes much smoother and your bars much more impactful. So reducing filler words isn't just about eliminating awkward moments, it's about refining your craft and ensuring that every word you spit, even off the top, counts. With practice and patience, you'll develop a cleaner, more confident style that captivates your audiences and keeps them hanging on every word. And lastly, much like preparing yourself for those moments where you'll have filler words coming up, you need to be ready for any beat thrown at you by the crowd, which is described in step number 5, change beat styles. Now, also you want to pick out 7 to 8 different subgenres of rap beats like trap, Dr. Dre, Kanye, Neptunes, and those fast Kendrick vibes, whatever it is, each day and switch up the beat you're freestyling to. This will significantly boost your versatility and prepare you for any beat that comes your way. See, I learned that you must do this because early in my freestyle journey, I figured out something crucial. Often when people heard that I was a freestyler or a rapper, they grabbed the aux cord and they challenged me with like, yo, can you freestyle to this beat? They throw on something random I wasn't prepared for and I'd end up sounding lame because I wasn't prepared. I realized I had to master every basic genre of beat off the top so I'd know how to handle it. And cycling through these different beats does more than just expand your range, it builds your adaptability, making you more comfortable and effective when freestyling in your own favorite style. You'll develop an intuitive feel for different rhythms and flows, which is crucial in freestyle situations where you need to think on your feet. Freestyling over different beats helps you with this and understand the nuances of each subgenre, allowing you to blend elements from different styles seamlessly. Now, if you don't know which beats to choose, our Master the Art of Freestyle Rap in 2 weeks course that I mentioned in the beginning actually provides you with beats to practice on with different styles, along with drills and much more. So click the first link in the video description if you're interested in working with us on that. But regardless, hopefully you enjoyed this free training on how to freestyle from home. Thanks again for joining us in How to Rap, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.